Hello and welcome to a YouTube video with me, Dave. So this video is about I just can't handle it anymore. So what a win the other day. The lads done brilliant. We fielded and the lads played unbelievably well. Just amazing, really. This is doing my head in. Is that better? A bit more smart, innit? Should do top button up. I might actually do it up. So we're at a very weird time at the moment. I'll start when I've done my button up. Top button up. So on Saturday we won. The lads were phenomenal. Just brilliant. Performed unbelievably well. Cats on the table. No, I knew it was there. So we won a game. We deserved to win. It was a brilliant performance. Oh, just another one of my emails. It was all looking so good, wasn't it? It was just, you thought, do you know what? Shame this win didn't come 5 games ago, really. But Souls had a lot of restrictions, and to be honest with you, I think I've just had enough of it. I can handle us not being very good. That's to be expected, arguably. But for such a long time we've been mismanaged, and it's all just coming out now because we can't pay the tax bill, we can't pay the players. It's just a weird time. We've made a lot of mistakes. When I say we, Ron Martin, he's trying to do it all. And I'm not saying you shouldn't feel sorry for him. You can feel sorry for him, but it doesn't mean you can't criticise him just because you once thought something was good. That is a massive problem at the moment, all across the world. Just because someone in the past done something good doesn't mean they can't make mistakes. We've overspent, we've mismanaged, fielded ineligible player now. I think just he's trying to do everything himself, and I just don't think it works. You need to delegate roles, and it's just taken too long to get a CEO in. I don't even know if we necessarily need that. Maybe he just needs to pay attention. It's just ridiculous. You can feel sorry for him, but it doesn't mean you can't criticise. We're in the mess because of decisions he's made. We've had great success under him. Ronald, Uncle Ron. The hair's not as bouffony anymore. He don't come out on the pitch clapping anymore. He just sits up on that little chair in the director's director's bit. And he just looks sad. And if you can donate £2 a month, you might be able to fucking pay the players. We've had good times under him, but it doesn't mean that you still got to be able to criticise him, and people on Shrimp Zone and on Twitter and stuff are still sticking up for him. It's surprising. The only reason he's getting away with the fans not kicking off a bit is because the young players have played so well. That is the only thing protecting him from the fans having a go. Whether it's holding a little shitty sign up, shouting a little thing, boo Ron Martin, boo. Whether it's a protest, whether that's what you're into. There just doesn't seem to be any pressure being put on him, and I'm worried that before we know it, it'll be too late and there won't be a club chairman to put pressure on, because I'm worried that the club's going to die, and that might be a bit over the top. I don't know. He always seems to come up with the cash, but I think today he's meant to pay 700 grand. These financial problems aren't just Southend United's, they're Bury's, gone. Macclesfield, can't pay players. Players terminating their contracts because they haven't been paid and then coming to try and sign for us where they can't sign or get paid. So worse, actually. Charlton have been, this is the other side of it. Charlton have not wanted the chairman they had for a while, and now they've got a guy in that's just all gone wrong. Gone wrong. He's like a billionaire, and now he's just resigned, but he owns the club. So I don't know how that's going to work. I just feel like something has to be done. Some sort of fan ownership, equity or control over decisions have to exist, because There's too much power in the hands of one or a few people that is controlling a community's biggest asset, like a football club. There's a lot of history. It's almost like a social responsibility, almost, a football club, sort of, because that's where people go for a bit of a release to shout abuse at players they hate. But when they do well, they love them. Which is wrong. The FA have got a responsibility to sort of change the law a bit to give more power in the hands of fans so clubs can't just disappear. Yeah, fine, if we go into administration or if we get liquidated and we don't exist anymore as a Southend United football club or any other football club, there should be a certain set of rules that means that club can't just go out of business. Shouldn't have to set up a Phoenix club. That club should always exist. It should, you shouldn't have to set up an AFC Wimbledon. There should be rules in place that protect the football club over all else. I don't know how that would work. I'm just talking bollocks. Bollocks, basically. I feel like there's not enough pressure on chairman or board of directors to make decisions in the club's best interest. I feel like there should be more regulation in place to stop clubs going out of business. I don't know what it'd look like, but it'd be nice if, because as fans we're helpless and without us there isn't a club, so I feel like we should be more respected, but we should be able to put pressure on decisions even if that is a small decision. There should be some accountability and we should have a voice. I don't think we are really represented as supporters. Yeah, all clubs have their trusts, like Southend United got the Shrimpers Trust, but I'm not sure how accessible that is really, and I think it's time that some control is taken away from... And yeah, you can say that it's impossible to even agree on a message board, let alone like how to run a club, but I'm not even necessarily talking about making decisions. I'm talking about a foundation that a club can be grown on. For one person to make decisions... I'm not saying chairmen are always not making decisions in the club's best interest, because at the end of the day, the healthier the club is, the healthier their financial position is. And people could say, why would chairmen give away part of their club if they've invested money into it? Well, I think if you want to own a football club, whether just as a laugh or to develop a new stadium to allow new flats to be developed on the old stadium, I feel like you've got a responsibility to give some of that away to the fans, the people that are going to be there, and make it possible for you to do it. Yeah, it's fine if you want to make money out of a football club, my football club, or anyone else's football club, then you've got a responsibility to make sure that it doesn't die, basically. Yeah, you can make money out of it, that's fine. Money's great. Money's nice. It's nice to have money. And you can see that with Bury, the owner refused to sell. How can that be allowed? How could MK Dons be allowed the cheek of it to try and take Wimbledon's history and attach it onto their own? Like, that's mental. That shouldn't be allowed. And there's plenty of other teams that are in a similar situation. But then Wimbledon now have grown from the 14th tier or 12th tier or whatever they started from, AFC Wimbledon. They've grown up to the leagues to be in the same division as Southend, and during that time they've grown a club and now are able to, at least, I haven't looked, I should have looked, that's what I'm doing a video about, I haven't looked, but I believe they're going to buy the old Wimbledon ground back and start playing there. That's amazing. Run from top to bottom properly. At the moment, things can go wrong obviously, but yeah, that's the model that I think somehow, and I'm not the guy to decide, I mean, who am I really? Just a fella. Huh? I don't think clubs should just be allowed to die. Even if you go into administration and you have to go down to the 12th tier of English football or whatever, then you should be able to keep the club. You should be able to keep the history. History is important to people. It might seem like a trivial point, but I feel like it's important to keep that because it gives you a foundation to build on. I think there's a new way. There should be a new way. Equity and control for fans. Bought a domain name, equityforfans.co.uk. If you're up for getting involved, if you're from another club and you want to get involved, leave a message in the comments. I feel like fans get taken advantage of. That somebody said, well, this group should also exist to put pressure on councils to help clubs out. So it's a bit of both. I think it's a good idea. We're just not being run properly. It's actually embarrassing. You pay your money, you expect to see 11 professionals on the pitch. Yeah, the kids have been amazing. Brilliant. But I think that's covering... It's polishing a turd, isn't it? At the end of the day. It's polishing a turd. If the kids were shit, people would not be this happy about it, obviously, would they? They'd be going, oh, Ron Martin, oh, you bloody bastard, you're not bloody doing things properly. But now, because the kids are bloody fucking brilliant, amazing, but now people are just like, oh yeah, Ron Martin, he's just being a bit unlucky. He's a lucky man. But what can we do? What can we do? We're in a vulnerable position. We're helpless, but that's football, isn't it? Helpless, but there's always hope. I just feel like there should be more pressure on decisions and transparency, and instead of just statements that don't say anything and blame everyone else, just look at yourself a little bit. All these issues and decisions are controlled by the chairman at the end of the day. They own the club. So take a bit of responsibility. Just say that you've made a few mistakes. Don't pretend that you're not doing it to make money. I hate that. Yeah, you're doing it to build a better club and better facilities, but at the end of the day, you're doing it to make money. And I don't think people should forget that. It's important. We don't own the ground. It's really, I think we don't own Roots Hall. Ron Martin owns Roots Hall. Doesn't feel good, does it? Doesn't feel great. And it's just so disappointing. So disappointing after a brilliant win that we're hit with another misconduct charge because we didn't pay the players and we fielded an ineligible player. Brilliant. And yeah, you can say that all these are unfortunate events, and they are. And if one happened in a normal season, you go, that's a shame. But it's constant, though, now. Anyway, kids are playing well. The senior pros that are in, playing unbelievable. Shaughnessy, amazing the other day. Milligan looks like he'll part. I think, even though he's not fit, he's probably at home now, just passing things around. Just getting his phone and going, oh, take that. I bet he's really helpful around the house, Mark Milligan. Let's hope we can get these Macclesfield, two ex-Macclesfield players in, build on for next season. I think we can have a good year. But we've got to pay people. And seems a bit difficult at the moment. Fingers crossed that HMRC get paid. I feel like football clubs are somewhere between a not-for-profit charity / business, innit? It's not the same. There is a social responsibility there. Club community groups and stuff like that. So I just feel like it shouldn't just be run how football is being run at the moment. There's such a massive gap between the League 2 to the Championship. And then Championship to the Premier League is even more fucking mental. And I feel like some changes need to be made. Anyway, if you think I'm a knobhead, I might have not even given any point. If you go, oh, yeah, that's all right saying that, but come up with some ideas. All right, well, tell me that, and then I'll come up with some ideas if you're up for it. It might be pointless. People might be going, this bloke is a knobhead, isn't he? Anyway, cheers for watching. If you got this far, you probably did, if you're in this. Yeah, there's things coming out soon. More Southend United, more other things. Just keep your wits about you, is all I'm saying. Don't just go, oh, it'll be alright. Because I think by the time, I'm worried that it'll be too late and we're just going, oh, it's alright, isn't it? But before you know it, we haven't paid HMRC. He will pay HMRC, I'm sure. Touch wood. That happens again next season. Another a 12-point deduction. Could be non-league, couldn't it? The kids are alright.
The kids are alright. The kids are alright.
The kids are alright.
Take that. I bet he's really helpful around the house, Mark Milligan.
Milligan.